All right, going live, guys. Welcome back, Leverage Nation. My name is Jacob Davis, your host, and on today's episode, we have none other than a good friend of mine, Alex Deleon, the Credit Amigo, CEO of Universal Recovery Consultants. Alex is an all-around amazing guy and a great friend to many. If anything, many people say, "Well, I network and I know how to network and I this." Man, nobody can network their butt off like Alex can. But tonight I bring Alex to you guys so you can find out a little bit about him and his company and how they've been helping people. Alex, tell us about you. Who is Alex DeLeon?
Well, hey guys, yeah, thank you, Jacob. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate the opportunity to be on and just share a little bit about who we are and what we're about. So first and foremost, I'm a father. I do have a 5-year-old little boy. Spitting image of me, my little mini me. Casey always tells me that he's just he's a mini me, except he's just a little lighter. But I have a 12-year-old stepdaughter. Love very dearly. I've known her for going on 6 years. So definitely a big part of my life, seeing her grow up and becoming a young woman and just getting to that preteen stage. But yeah, love being a father. And a husband and I guess you could say a fitness enthusiast as well. So
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I know one of your tattoos has the barbells on there. I remember seeing that. So, fitness is huge, especially in business, right? Would you
right,
agree?
very much, very much. Yeah, I mean, just like anything in life, you got to be committed, you got to be dedicated, you got to persevere. And one thing I've learned is, if you can uh, put that passion and drive into your fitness, it's also going to translate into your business as well, and vice versa. So
Yeah, 100%, man. I want to say that it's new, but it's not new, but it is a huge focus today, right? Your health and your business, because
right,
like you said, being disciplined in your own health shows the world, shows the consumers, and shows everybody else that not only are you disciplined in yourself, but you'll be disciplined in their business too, and the
right.
business you're serious about. So yeah, I definitely agree with that, man. Very cool. So tell us a little bit about your business. How did you guys get started? How long have y'all been in business? Who's with you? What's your team look like? I don't know. Tell our viewers what you got going on there at
Yeah,
Universal
sure.
Recovery Consultants.
So it is a family-owned credit restoration company. It is owned by me and my wife. My wife and I have been in the credit repair industry for over 4 years now. And I was previously the president of another company, but like anything else, you just get to that point where you know there are things that you feel that you could or you would do differently, and in some cases do better. So when
Right.
the opportunity arose for us to branch out and go out on our own, after a lot of prayer and advice from our mentors, and we just decided to take that leap and start our own company. And we're going on a little over a year and a half, almost 2 years now of being our own company. We definitely have grown a lot within these first 2 years. We actually have a full-time employee, Nicole. Wonderful. She's been with us for I think almost a year now. But she's definitely been a huge part of our growth as well, and helped us establish a great reputation as far as our customer service. And then we actually just added on 3 bilingual consultants, credit consultants. So our team is expanding, and we're just really happy with the growth that we've had and the growth that we're poised to continue making. So
Yeah, I love that. It's important to have a good team, a solid team, and especially being bilingual. That's such a huge component there, right? As being able to service the demographics that need it. You know what I mean?
for sure.
All demographics can use or need some type of assistance when it comes to credit at some point,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
But being that we're in San Antonio, Texas, and we're so close to the border and all of those other things, our demographics huge Hispanic right
Right.
here, and
Exactly.
so definitely, I love the fact that you added that to your company, recently. So 4 years in, your wife is the CFO. You
Right.
have an amazing client
Yes.
care
Yep.
specialist,
Care specialist.
Nicole. I've heard a lot of wonderful things
Yeah.
about her, but uh, so very cool. And then you've now added three folks there
Yep.
um, to help you out with that. I know recently you had a webinar,
Yes.
and that was in English, and I've heard that you were getting ready to do one in Spanish too. Is that so?
Yes. Yeah. So I'm definitely doing a lot on the back end to try and promote our bilingual services because unfortunately, something that I've noticed in San Antonio specifically is that not too many credit repair companies, unfortunately, try to cater or promote themselves to the bilingual community. And it's definitely something that I feel is very lacking and definitely a community that needs to be reached out to and just let them know that, hey, these services are here. If we're here to provide, help to improve your financial situation. But yeah, so definitely doing a lot on the back end to try and promote webinars in Spanish and actual in-person credit education classes at different locations around San Antonio. And I've actually got one coming up that I plan to do in about 3 weeks. So we'll definitely start promoting that. But that one's going to be all completely in Spanish. I'm going to have my bilingual consultants take the lead on that. And
Nice.
yeah, and just cater solely to the Spanish community here in San Antonio, and just let them know that we're here, we're available, and we want to help.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Believe it or not, we can never have enough services, right?
Right.
We can never have enough programs because at the end of the day, not every program is going to be appropriate. There's not always a great fit. It's okay. Plenty of business going around, plenty of
Right.
opportunity going around. You know, I may not be somebody's cup of tea, and that's okay, man. I know that I am going to be the rest of the world's cup of tea.
Right. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So the same thing with you guys. Um, tell me a little. I'm curious. Tell me a little bit about the credit repair world. I know you guys went. Was it last year? Y'all went to Credit Con,
Yes.
something
Yeah.
really huge, like a huge conference.
Yeah.
And give me a little insight to that world because I've always been very intrigued about credit repair, and I've always felt like it can be a very strong tool and resource and a strong company when somebody like yourself takes it on and they come from clarity.
Right.
Tell me a little bit about the industry. How was that conference that you guys attended?
The conference was great. We learned a lot of in-depth knowledge as far as the credit repair world, coming from people from speaking from the actual credit bureaus who used to work at TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, and getting a lot of resources as far as what we can do as a company to offer more value to our clients through our services, not just credit repair, because we definitely believe that it should be credit repair is just a stepping, or credit is just a stepping stone to more financial stability. So we definitely want to make sure that we can provide a wide range of services in order to accommodate for pretty much anything that comes to our clients, whatever they may be facing. But it was a great conference. We learned a lot. Um, and as you mentioned, or kind of alluded to, just like any industry, you're going to have some bad apples. You're going to have people that take advantage of certain situations and certain people. And with credit repair, unfortunately, anybody can start a credit repair company. It's only the few who do it right and do it well. And that's something that we definitely take to heart. Our attitude and mindset, first and foremost, is being of service. We want to make sure that we provide the best customer service to our clients as possible. And for us, we definitely have become more recognized as one of the more affordable credit repair companies in San Antonio. We definitely believe that credit repair should not be another bill. It should be an investment because the whole point of credit repair is to move you forward, not backward. So we're not trying to take advantage of our clients' past situations or even past mistakes because life happens, and you shouldn't be defined by your past. So we definitely try to which is why we made our pricing so much more affordable. That way, anyone and everyone can get the help that they need. And again, yeah, we definitely just try to be of service, and we definitely believe that if we can help other people get what they need, we'll get everything in return.
Yeah, I love it. And you walked right into it because I was going to ask you, like, what sets you guys apart? Like, what sets y'all apart from the rest of the industry? Because I would think it's probably a huge industry. I would think there's
Mhm.
probably tons of companies out there because, like you said, ultimately almost anybody could start up a company. It doesn't. There's no like huge regulation per
Right.
se to it, right? At this time, but so those are the elements that set you guys apart, pretty much, you would say, if you classify them.
Yeah, I would definitely say customer service, affordability, and transparency. One thing that we definitely built a reputation as being honest, upfront, and transparent about everything that we do, from how our company operates and our processes to our pricing. It's definitely a reputation that we have worked hard to build and work even harder to maintain. So to be known for that, and uh, to be referred as the company that is just honest and transparent, is something that we definitely take a lot of pride in, and we definitely want to make sure that we stick with that as we continue to grow, and that as we do grow and become more recognizable, become gain more clients, that our foundations don't suffer because of that.
Yeah, I love that. It's so important, right? So let me just tell the viewers, or we can clarify that a little bit for the viewers, right? So you're local to San Antonio, but
Right.
not exclusive to San Antonio, right? Because I know you and I have been outside of the San Antonio area before, doing some business together, mutual business ships that we had going on. So what area are you servicing? Like, if there's, because our viewers are from all over, right? Like
Right.
everywhere, right? So if you were, what would you say your service area is? What's your reach?
So yeah, so we are local here in San Antonio, but at the same time we're also licensed and bonded. So we are a legitimate credit repair company.
Love
We
it.
definitely like to let our clients know that we're not some fly by night credit repair company. We are legit. We are regulated by the FCRA, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and the CROA, which is the Credit Repair Organizations Act. So everything that we do is ethical and legal. But we are licensed and bonded. Since we are licensed and bonded, that means we can work anywhere in the state of Texas right now. So eventually, as we do grow, we would like to try and get licensed bonded in other states. But for now, we're just it's just Texas, so we can accommodate all of Texas.
Okay, great. So anybody in Texas, you'll be able to help them if their residence is in Texas. Is that the key?
Correct. Yeah.
They've got to be residing here
Right.
for you to be able to
Or moving
service
here.
them,
Yeah. Or moving here.
or moving here. I've heard a lot of California people are moving here,
Yeah. Exactly.
right? And they need credit repair too, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm
For
just
sure.
saying,
For sure. Yeah, credit
I'm just
repair does.
saying.
Yeah, credit repair doesn't stick to just one person or one type of community. It definitely affects everyone. So
So let me ask the question, Alex. Because this thought just came to mind as we're talking. You know, most of our viewers are either entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs, or folks that want to get into business eventually, or are in business now, right? For the most
Mhm.
part. So I know that I hear a lot about business credit,
Mhm.
right? Business line of credit, and your business credit score, because your business can make purchases and things like that. So have you, or do y'all assist businesses as well that may have difficulty with their credit
Yeah,
dilemmas? Is that something y'all have done?
for sure. So yeah, so we one thing that we specialize in is, in addition to credit restoration, is business funding. So we can help
Oh, okay.
entrepreneurs and seasoned business owners that are looking to expand. We can help them acquire different types of funding, whether it's SBA 7 loans, lines of credit, um, uh, equipment financing. We can accommodate for. We have different 20 different funding programs that we can offer to depending on what they need and what they're where they're at in their business. But in regards to business credit, there, and I'm glad you brought that up because that is it's a big misconception in the credit world. A lot of people, and unfortunately, a lot of social media uh, education, which isn't always right.
Mhm.
You know, so one thing to remember with business credit is that unfortunately, business credit won't get you funding. What it will get you is business lines of credit. So from business vendors such as Costco, Home Depot, Staples, it'll get you lines of credit, but it won't get
Okay.
you business funding, because no matter what, wherever you go, they're going to look at your personal credit. A good rule to remember when I talk with our business owners is to remember the 90-10 rule. 90% is going to be based on your personal credit. 10% is going to be based on your business presence, not your business credit. So your business
Wow.
presence, as in, do you have an LLC? How long have you been in business? How much revenue do you have? Are you taking in every month? So it's going to be your business presence, not your business credit. You could have a with business credit, it goes from 0 to 100, so it's completely different from personal credit.
Mm.
But let's just say, for example, you've got a 90 paydex score, which is your business credit score, and a 650 personal credit. You're not going to get approved for a loan. On the other hand, you could have a 0 paydex score and a 700 personal credit and get approved no problem. Because again, it's 90-10. 90% is based on your
Mm.
personal credit, 10% is based on your business presence. So, and that's where a lot
Got
of,
it.
yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. That's not something too many people would know.
exactly. Yeah.
Definitely. Well,
Yeah. And everybody thinks, well, I need to get my business credit up so I can get business funding. That's not going to
yeah,
get business funding. So,
really.
yeah.
Wow. Very cool. So yeah, your personal credit just is rules the world, right? I mean,
Yeah.
basically,
Pretty
like
much. Yeah. Yeah.
it's the
Exactly.
contributing factor for so much when it comes to credit that you may need for different reasons and different
Right.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Well, Alex, the name of the show is Leverage Nation, right? That's a whole brand that I've been working on, and I want to ask you, you know, can you tell the viewers or tell the audience a little bit about some leveraged opportunities that you may have used to get to where you are today as the credit amigo and the CEO of Universal Recovery Consultants?
Yeah, for sure. So, unfortunately, in the credit world, there is a big stigma, and it is a very kind of cutthroat industry. A lot of people are trying to be the one credit repair company that everybody uses, that everybody goes to, or just tries to be the one that takes control.
Yeah,
And and especially here in San Antonio, there's plenty of business to go around. But I have met other credit repair uh, people in other cities actually, who are extremely collaborative. And one thing that I've learned is collaboration happens at the top, competition happens at the bottom. And
yes, I love that.
whenever I talk with these other credit repair uh, entrepreneurs, the ones that are always giving and are willing to share how they got there, share their success, share their fails, so that to give other people the chance to avoid those landmines. It's always great. I one when I went to that credit con last year, I met a credit guy from California and who's doing extremely well. He actually grew his business from 0 to 40 million in 4 years, and we've developed a great relationship. But again, he's out in California, so you know
Yeah,
everything. So everything he's telling me, I can definitely put to use here in Texas. But it was just great leveraging that relationship, and I would have never developed that relationship or even attempted to you know build that relationship if if I had a narrow mindset of what I want to be the main one. I don't want to talk with anybody. I'm going to do this on my own. But you know it in whatever business you're in, you're not going to be able to do everything on your own. And you're going to go a lot further when you collaborate with other people, when you partner with other people, and when you listen to other people. You know, you can go far alone, but you'll go faster with other people. So yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So I definitely try to look for as many relationships as I can, and cultivate those relationships so that I can leverage their knowledge, their experiences, and also their I guess you can say their fails. see, as I mentioned, avoid those landmines so that I can try to get to where they are on the level that they're at a lot faster. So
Yeah, definitely. I love that, man. Collaboration over competition, that's the mindset really shift that, like you said, will help you go further in business.
mhm.
And some people it takes longer to get that than others.
Right,
At the end of the day, leverage opportunity works very well when it's mutual.
right,
And as long as both parties understand there's a leveraged opportunity for growth, it's great. And it can be amazing for folks. So that's very cool. So, a gentleman in California, you were able to connect with him and
hmm
he poured into you.
yeah, for sure.
And yeah, I love that. And while we're on the topic of leverage and leverage opportunities, I'll take the second to give a shameless plug. So my book will be coming out this year. Um, Get Leveraged, and Alex, as a matter of fact, will be writing a chapter in the book. We've got a total of 12 co-authors that are going to be in this book. Amazing folks, just like Alex and myself, telling a piece of their story about how leveraged opportunity helped them get to where they are in life. And so many of us have different stories and different things. Um, and it just made a lot of sense to me to leverage the opportunity with others in the book, and to be able to do that. So I'm super excited about the project, to get it going, and to have folks like yourself join me in that, because there's so many entrepreneurs out there, many of our audience that just need to hear something from somewhere, from someone at the right time that'll motivate them or give them the answer they needed, or at least to know, like, man, you know what, it's going to be okay. I just need to push through this because that guy did it,
Right.
or that lady did it, that girl did it, that person persevered because they kept on and used leverage opportunities. So I'm
Yeah.
excited for that. And I'll give a shout out to our sponsors real quick. DG Publishing, thank you, DG Publishing, as that's our publisher for our book and our show sponsor tonight. Once again, appreciate Daniel Gomez at Daniel Gomez Enterprises, and we've got an amazing event coming up very soon with them, May 24th and 25th, the makings of a millionaire mind. And I know that I'll see Alex and his
Mhm.
wife and their lovely assistant Nicole Davis there as well, and many other folks.
Mhm.
That event is an amazing event, and look forward to seeing you and your team there, and being able to help folks, right, and being able to connect and
Yeah.
use the leverage opportunity going on there. So, yeah, it was great, Alex, sitting down and talking with you. Now, if there's somebody in the audience, that you could speak to and give them a bit of advice, what's the one thing that sticks out to you, that if when you started, if you knew this one thing, it really helped you, it would have helped you with the bell curve, right, the learning curve.
Right. Right.
uh, you know what kind of value bomb would you just drop on that viewer, the guy that's watching right now and says, you know what, I want to get into business, or I want to get into credit repair, or
Right.
something like that.
So I think the biggest thing for me was just not being afraid to take that leap, not being afraid to take that chance, because you know you don't want to look, you don't want to 20 years go by, or maybe even 1 year go by and think, man, I wish I would have done this, I wish I would have started this.
Yeah.
So I think my biggest advice, or biggest piece of I guess uh, uh, business advice would be, don't be afraid to take that leap. Because one thing that I've learned with our business, and just with me personally, is nothing changes if nothing changes.
Yes.
The definition of insanity: doing the same thing over and over again, and expecting different results. You're not going to get different results if you don't get out of your comfort zone, if you don't take that chance, you know if you don't take a chance on yourself. And for me personally, you know one of the things that really, why we put so much dedication and passion into our company, is just because of where we've come from. You know, uh, the name of our company is Universal Recovery Consultants, and the reason why we've named it that is because something that my wife and I are very open about is the fact that we are both in recovery. We both were at that point where we had literally hit our rock bottom. And what I've learned through our recovery journey is that, my rock bottom became the foundation upon which I was able to start rebuilding my life again. Um,
Yeah.
and just through our recovery journey, we've learned that it's not just about being mentally and physically recovered; it's about being financially recovered as well. Because from our experience, going from the treatment center to sober living to apartment to home to now business, we have seen personally how crucial credit plays in every aspect of that journey. And unfortunately, we've also seen how in our recovery community, credit can be the reason why people go back out. When they try to get out of the sober living into an apartment, when they try to, you know, stop taking the bus, or want to stop taking the bus and get that first car, or even get that job. Sometimes their credit holds them back, and there's only so many times, like, sometimes people can hear the word no, or get rejected, and unfortunately, some people just say, screw it, what's the point, and just go back out. And unfortunately, some people don't make it back. So we have seen from our experience that credit can be and is a life and death thing. But again, just with our journey and our experience, the same commitment and passion that we give to our company, or I'm sorry, that we give to our recovery, we also put into our company and our clients, which is why service work is a huge foundation of what we do. We definitely want to make sure that we are of service, and provide a service, and just have that service mentality, to help other people. And that's a big reason why we decided to start our own company, because we definitely felt like we could do credit repair, or change the idea of what credit repair companies look like, just by being more family oriented, more one on one, because we have actually been in that situation ourselves. Years ago when we were trying to purchase our first home, we had saved up all our money, we're ready to take that next step, and then we come to find out that our credit needed some help. And at that time, and like most of our clients, we didn't know too much about credit, so we just went with the person that was most recommended. And at that time, they were literally charging thousands of dollars just to get started, and it was really depressing to see all the money we had saved up now go towards credit repair. Now we have to start all over. The process take even longer. And it was just really frustrating. So when
Yeah.
we started our company, the first thing that we decided we weren't going to do uh, was charge an arm and a leg. So
Yeah, I love that, man. I've gotten to know you and your wife. Y'all are amazing people, Alex.
thank
I have to tell the audience that, and they truly are who they say they are. And you know, as it's said many times in many facets and many arenas, right? Is we are best equipped to help the person we used to be.
Yeah, exactly.
We are best equipped to help the person we used to be.
Hmm.
you know I used to be a social worker. My lid was here, my ceiling was there. I didn't know the value of my self worth because I received a salary for so many years, right? So many years, and so I think I'm best equipped to help that guy. You know what I mean? To help that guy that his mindset needs help with.
Right.
And the last 4.5 years have been amazing because I've learned a lot, I've grown a lot.
Hmm.
Um, you know and I'm in a great circle, a great support circle of people, and a circle of support with friends and family, and doing amazing things with amazing people. And ultimately, exactly what you said, man, is so true. It's, you're best equipped to help the person you used to be.
Hmm.
So through recovery, and you've walked that because you can tell the person that you're helping, I know how you felt, because I've felt that way before,
Hmm.
and I have found that this worked for me. You can
Exactly.
relate to them.
Yep.
You can relate to them. And you know what, Alex, I think that is the component that sets y'all apart so much more, because customer service, and it comes and goes here and there. That's the basics of business, right? It sucks today in most businesses out there, right?
Hmm.
But you guys have great customer service. But ultimately, you can relate. you
Right.
know for me as a juvenile probation officer for 22 years, I feel like I did very well. I rose 5 rankings in a short period of time as promotions and things there at the county. And I feel like ultimately the reason that I did so well there was because I could relate to that demographic. I
Mm-hmm.
was raised by a single mom, you know, Hispanic, all of those demographics that go, there, right? At risk youth, all these different things. And it's not something that I tell my kids, but, ultimately, single parent, Hispanic, back in the, 80s and 90s, you're an at risk youth. They would classify you just like that, man.
Right.
So, I made a lot of mistakes as a kid, but ultimately that's really what helped me service that demographic and work
Right.
well
Right.
with them.
Mm-hmm.
So my hats off to you and your wife and your team, because y'all are doing amazing things to help people. That's what it's about, right?
Right.
The revenue will come, the
Right.
money will
Exactly.
come. Just like you mentioned, that gentleman that's been a great assistance to you. You've leveraged that opportunity, right? The money came for him, right?
Right. Yeah.
But he's just helping people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He didn't get focused on the money. The money comes. It'll happen, right? But when you're helping people, that's really where the value is.
Right.
So cool, man. Well, it's been amazing talking to you tonight, Alex,
Thank
on
you.
Leverage Nation. And if our viewers wanted to reach you, reach your team, how can they get in contact with you? Where do they find you? I mean, are you on TikTok? Are you on, I don't know. There's so many apps these days, man. Like I
Right.
can't keep track. Where can our viewers find you, Alex, to reach out
So
to y'all?
I think the best place to reach us and just follow along with us in our journey is Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook, or actually, you can look us up at URC LLC. My Instagram is the 210 Credit Amigo. You can look me up on there. And then, of course, if you do want to have a free consultation with us to see what we can do to help, you can always message me directly or call me directly. My number is 210-809-6294. And the thing about us as well, since we are a family owned and local credit repair company, whenever you call us, you're not going to get an automated system. You're not going to get somebody in Manila or another country. You are going to get me, my wife, or our client care specialist, Nicole. So you're going to reach one of us. You're going to get a real person.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, Alex, thank you so much for joining me on this episode, and I wish you all the blessings and fortune, and
Thank you.
because you're doing the things the right way to help people, and it's collaboration over competition, just like you said. And I see you out there. I see you everywhere, trying to connect with people, and those are the things that really will help you in your business. Be ultra successful because you're connecting to people.
Mhm.
So it's been amazing. So. Um, Once again, guys, Jacob Davis here, your host at Leverage Nation. Alex Deleon, the Credit Amigo, CEO of Universal Recovery Consultants. So until next time, guys, this is